Well, Leather, first of all, thank you very much for your time. It's an honor to have you here at Rock of Ages on AFM in the Netherlands.
Cool. It's an honor to be here. Thank you.
Yes. You're a girl from the 80s. We know you from way back from a Root Girl, but then there was a time that David T. Chastain asked you to join his band, and you made some ultimate classics in the 80s, albums like Misery of Illusion, Ruler of the Wasteland, The Seventh of Never, The Voice of the Cult. But you also managed, you do it very well on your own, and you have just released your third solo album, We Are the Chosen.
Yes.
So, so we're gonna talk about that, of course. But first, Leather, I would like to go back to the 80s. How was it for you as a female singer in a man's world back then?
I didn't notice. I have a proper ego. I knew that I could sing. I never let it affect me. I never had any bad luck. I demanded respect and I got it. I didn't think about it. Again, my ego didn't allow it to be a problem. I did my job and I did it well, and no one could mess with me.
Okay, that's good.
I didn't do sex. So I didn't, I had no trouble in the 80s being a female vocalist, ever.
No, but I think you're one of the pioneers back then, because there were not many American female heavy metal singers back then, right?
No. I know Betsy was the first one to get a deal. And then there was my friend Debbie from Sentinel Beast and Dawn from... I really was one of the earliest. It was basically me and Doro. Yes.
Yeah. So, with David T. Chastain, how was it working with him or with that band in the 80s? Was it what you expected?
Oh, it was great. It was always very easy, but I was very green. I didn't really know what I was doing. You have to understand. I was terrified. I was insecure. So he just really built me up, and he would just say, "Just do your thing." He's from the South. Just do your thing, Miss Leather. So it was always very scary for me. But by the time I got to The Seventh of Never, I was pretty good. It was very easy. I always loved the way David Chastain wrote. And he gave me a lot of leeway, so it was wonderful, just great memories. And I learned so much from that experience, because there was no pressure. We were never on a major label, so we could create what we wanted. So it was great.
Yeah, and a few years ago, you came together again. You did another album a few years ago?
Yes, 2013. He got in touch with me and said, I think I have some material. Yeah, we did it, Surrender to No One in 13, and then We Bleed Metal in 15. Yeah.
So back again, yes. And what's your favorite Chastain record, or what's the album where you have the best memories of?
I don't know. I really like We Bleed Metal. I just think that production on that record is really good. But it's hard to say. There's pieces of each one that I like, but none of them are really my favorite. Because I just listen and go, oh shit, I should have done that differently. So.
Afterwards, yeah. But at the end of the
I'll be some improvement.
Yeah, that's true. But in the end of the 80s, you released your first solo album, Shockwaves. Can you tell something about that album?
That came to us because Road Racer, who is now Road Runner, they really wanted to sign Chastain. They wanted to do For Those Who Dare on their label. So I think that David Chastain just hooked that up as part of the deal. He said, we'll do it if you let Leather do a solo record. And I was always kind of upset that I wasn't breaking big. It's like, I wanted to be bigger. So the opportunity came around. So I just took it. I'm still really proud of that record. It's the first time I sat down and wrote lyrics and melodies myself.
Yes.
But yeah, it was part of the For Those Who Dare tour. But Deel. But I can still listen to that record. That's a good record. That's a good solid 80s record.
Yeah. Well, I've bought the record actually a couple of weeks ago with a different album cover, and so that's Shockwaves, but it's actually the original album.
It's been reissued so many times. Yeah. There's a few new different covers out there.
Yes. And after that you make one record with Chastain, but in the 90s and in the zeros you were like disappeared from the heavy metal world. What happened?
Yes. Well, after Chastain, nobody was really interested in leather being leather. They wanted me to be more sexual. They wanted me to be more poppy. I was interested in either one of those.
No.
And it's never been important to me to compromise. I never had to be a rock star. I never had to be I'm not like that. So I just walked away. I was very proud of what I had done with Chastain. It's like, so I walked away. Yeah, I walked away.
Yeah, so you and it's maybe that's better because that somebody else want to drift you apart from your original idea for what you stand for.
Yeah, and that's always been really important to me. I'm sure it's hurt my career, but I'm just a metal singer. That's all I want to do. I don't care about being beautiful or sexual or getting laid or making money. I just want to sing.
Yeah,
that's all I do.
That's all you do, and that's what you have to do. Yes,
and what you do very well. You have a very recognizable voice, so it's a very own sound. I like that very much.
Still, yeah.
I started listening at the early Chastain album, so for me that's a long way back, but it always intrigued me. So I was very glad that there was a new album in 15. But now you have your own solo again. Is it more difficult to go solo? Is it more exciting? Is it more difficult to just be you?
No, because I don't have to worry about delivering another songwriter's material. No, it's wonderful. And I hooked up with Vinny, this guitar player, and he just is really into showcasing my voice. And no, it's so much better. It means so much more to me to do my own stuff. It's very important. And no, it's not hard at all. It's great.
It's great.
I'm the boss.
You're the boss. You're in charge. Yes. We are the chosen, and actually, it's album of the month here, so it's well deserved. So, yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes. When we heard the new album, it's okay. Leather Leone comes in the album, okay. And when we heard "We Are the Chosen" for the first time, you put it in the record.
That is gone. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Hello, we still here, yeah. And we put the record in our stereo, and it was like we were just totally blown away by its release. The first song, it's like, whoa, this is massive. So it's absolutely amazing record.
Yeah.
I believe yes, a record that you've made with your musical partner Vinny Tex. Can you tell us about a little about of the making of the album?
Well, in 2019, actually, before COVID hit, my musical team kind of disbanded, and I was kind of left alone on the mountain, wondering what to do next. And Vinny and I just had really hit it off musically. So we said, look, we have to do something. Let's just start writing another record. And then COVID hit. So, what else did we have to do? And he's in Brazil and I'm here. So we just went back and forth, on this iPad that we're speaking on.
Yeah.
And so we had a lot of time. And we just send ideas back and forth and just do demos back and forth. And when we went to the studio, we had never really played the songs live. I think we went over them. I met him in Portugal like a week before we went to Poland, and we went over the set like one time with an acoustic guitar. So we went in the studio but it was great. Like I said, we'd been working on the stuff for so long. We had 2 years, so it was pretty ingrained,
Yeah.
I knew that material very well.
Yeah. So and is there a concept on the album, or is it just are the songs identical?
Total concept. You heard the first song, "We Take Back Control." That's what it's all about.
Yes.
I have been letting everybody else deal with my musical career my whole life, thinking that everybody was on the same page as me, and they are not. So I'm taking back control.
That's what we're doing right now.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
That's the theme of the whole record. The people that walked away from me, see you later. I'm taking back control. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to deal with leather again. Yeah.
Probably for the first time. I kind of consider this my first solo record because I did everything from start to finish. I was in the studio for everything. I was really there for the whole thing. So
yeah. So
it's a really important record for me.
So it's also a lot of difference between Leather 2, the previous record, and this one. Yeah,
well, Leather 2 was thrown together really quickly, and there were way too many cooks in the kitchen, and it just wasn't as well thought out. And it was an opportunity that came to me, so I jumped on it. I'm very happy and grateful for 2, but this record is definitely more mature than that record for sure.